My name is Weise, and I'm the founder of Downtown Dog Rescue. We got started just simply by helping one man that was living on the street with his pit bull. Mostly now what we do is assist what people would describe low-income dog owners. We are definitely not a pit bull rescue, but it's what we have because of the fact that there's just so many available. If you go in any county or city shelter, you're going to find overwhelmingly all the big dogs are either pit bulls or pit bull mixes.
My name is Cornelius, better known as Dog Man, South Central LA. I've been working with Weise Downtown Dog Rescue for about 5 years. The pit bull have a bad name. You have all these guys out here that's breeding them that don't know what they're doing. You know, letting their dog go out the yard, fight other dogs, kill other dogs, and bite people. So that makes the people think that the pit bull is a bad dog.
In this area, as well as other areas that have problems with gangs, they have a higher homicide rate, a higher home invasion rate. You can't carry a gun. You can't really protect yourself. You know, you can't carry a knife around. I mean, I guess you can, but you're going to get in trouble with the police. So you have a big pit bull and, you know, it's scary and you're going to have this big sense of power.
The man is the one that's throwing them in the trash can and putting the top on them. The dog can't have no puppies, throw him on the street. The dog lose a fight, throw him on the street. So it happened, the dog ended up in the shelter. 99% of the time, the dog is being euthanized.
We get people that, you know, they have a pit bull because somebody gave them one, because there's an abundance of them available. So we try to encourage them to make the dog into, you know, integrate into as a family pet, which, you know, it's one of the friendliest, sweetest, most wonderful breeds, but just like any dog, if you keep it out in the yard, you don't take care of it, you know, it doesn't really stand a chance. Just doing this for so long, I would like to think that I understand what some of the needs are, and oftentimes it's not really addressed.
I've been training pit bulls now for over 35 years, and I ain't never had no bad incident with them. So I help Caesar Milan. I help all the top dog trainers if they need me. You know, some of the dogs that Caesar couldn't handle, he brought them to me because he knew I can handle them. You know, because I got the heart. You know, I was born a dog man.
Unfortunately, you have a lot of gang members who have a lot of pit bulls, and they're not prepared, again, for the energy levels, so they'll chain the dogs. I've heard everything, people feeding the dogs gunpowder in their food, or not feeding the dogs for days because they feel that they're going to be more attentive to them and meaner.
If you train a pit to be vicious, he will be vicious. The worstest dog that you ever want to see, once you turn him on man. That's why it's never good to turn the pit bull on. You always want to keep him social because number one, the dog is bred to fight. So a lot of people don't realize that. You don't have no Shih Tzu, you don't have no Poodle, you have a PIT, you don't have a PET.
You know, when they're attacking, they're doing a lot of bad. A Chihuahua attacks somebody, it's, you know, it's not going to be in the news because the person probably is going to walk it off. And you've got an owner that I would say almost every time is, if you trace back, did not license the dog, did not spay or neuter the dog, probably didn't even vaccinate the dog. Got the dog in the backyard. It's what we call a resident dog. It's in the backyard. It's just hanging out. It's used for whatever purpose. Versus what most dogs, you know, the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pit bull type dogs that are living in homes, like my dogs, that do not make the news. The news now has moved to the sensationalism where, you know, pit bull attacks baby or whatever, but they're not saying like the mom left the baby in the hot sun in a stroller while she's getting high in the house and the dog broke the chain. Okay, let's tell the whole story. Let's go after the people. It's the people that have created the dog, and the small percentage of dogs that do bad are the ones that people remember the most. And I love this phrase, calls it the pit bull paparazzi. It's like Lindsay Lohan. If she does anything, it's in the news. Okay, I go out in my pajamas and go to Starbucks and get a coffee, nobody cares. Lindsay Lohan goes out to get a coffee in her pajamas. Oh my God, she's insane and she doesn't have any clothes left. She's wearing pajamas now, you know, so it's the same thing with the pit bulls.
You know, I'm only one person, you know what I'm saying? And the only thing I'm trying to do is not about the money, it's not about none of that, it's about saving the breed. Because if they ban the breed here in LA, that means the dog man can't have them no more either.
It is pretty cool to see, you know, a dog that had no chance, you know, like my own personal dog Clancy, and then they end up getting a therapy dog certification and becoming a canine good citizen and being a good breed ambassador. I mean, it's very fulfilling. So the only way I really feel that we can put any kind of dent in all of this is to be in the community and offer the services and be here long enough where we can build a rapport and start getting people, maybe it's the younger children or maybe it's grandpa or whoever, and we will see a change because we've seen the change happen in Compton.